Wasn't there, guys? If this video got your attention on the thumbnail, give it a like for me, that would be greatly appreciated. And subscribe, give it a comment. But anyway guys, this video is all about me. This is my third video now. I want to kind of just give you a bit of direction, of where I'm going, and a bit of information about myself. First of all, 22 from the UK, Newcastle. I'm heavily focused into bodybuilding. I'm 6'1". I'm sitting around my 85 kg in the lockdown at the minute, just sitting about the weight. I got back into training at the start of February after taking about 1.6 years off of training. This is me transformation right here. As you can see, you can check it out on my Instagram. It's Kieran. Well, pretty much my name on YouTube, Kieran Brotherston on Instagram. That was my training. Pretty much plan going forward. I'll pretty much just be maintaining this weight at the minute. I'm not, obviously 85 kilos is not at all big, for 6'1", in the bodybuilding world. That's, my plan of attack is to just go head first into bodybuilding. More than ever be, pushing the training, pushing the calories, pushing the food, the same thing. And just get the heaviest and best I've ever been. That's all my ever goals ever been. If you're wondering why I took 1.5 years off, pretty much moved away from Newcastle, down from Newcastle in Yorkshire, for a job. I was with my ex-partner at the time. Moved to a place where at the time wasn't able to drive. I can now. Just getting access to the gym just wasn't just one thing. There was like a bus maybe every 3 hours. And some days they weren't even on to get there. And even if I did get to the gym, I'd have to wait 2.5 hours just to get back. So you can imagine, most of my day off was literally doing that. If I wanted to get there by taxi, or if I want to get back after it would be £20 one way. So if I wanted to make it a quick get there, come home, get my food in, it'd be £40 for one way. I just thought that was just ridiculous. So after doing that for a little bit, after doing that when I first started going down, I just ended up packing it in, and then I started doing my driving lessons. So I was hoping hopefully I'd get through them quickly. What ended up happening, it took me 4 times to get through the test. Obviously those that I didn't pass, but both times for the second and third time there was delays in between. And trying to get a test, it was ridiculous. It was like you have to wait 3 months to book one, and then when I went to go do the test, something would pop up and there'd be another 3-4 months delay in between them. So it even took even longer when I moved down there. When I did eventually pass my test and I was starting to train down there, sadly things ended between me and my ex. So I moved back up here, got back into training more full time, the favourite gyms I used to have before I moved down there. That's basically the story behind that. Things didn't work, things didn't work and all that. But you could also say, I bought the stuff that you've seen in the other videos and the other 2 videos. If you haven't seen it, you go check it out. I've got a bench, I've got some kettlebells. Plates aren't mine in the video. If you didn't know, my full-time job has been a chef. When I was down there, a lot of times I was working like 70-hour weeks. Sometimes I'll be working from 6:30, 7:30 in the morning till about 9 o'clock. Not even 9 o'clock, it would be 10, 11, 12 o'clock. At night. One time it was 6:30 in the morning till 12 o'clock at night, and I was in the next day. I was in the next day at 7 o'clock in the morning, cleaning up the pots that were left from last night. It was just ridiculous. So you can imagine it being absolutely rammed all day, trying to get any sort of training in the house, and trying to get any sort of food in. It just wasn't be able to do that. Especially when I was having to work 6 days a week, and then my 7th day when I was off, I was having to come in, help the guys out, when they were getting bad when I was the most experienced one there. And I was only 22 at the time as well, and some of these guys were like, the guy I was working with, some of the other guys were like 30, 40 years old. But that's why I couldn't really do training as much. As I said, I've moved back up now. I got back into, say, a month's proper training, but it wasn't really a month's proper training. When I first came back up, everyone's the same. When you broke up with next, I was, going out, partying, just, drinking, just something, bodybuilding. It just, obviously doesn't mix well. Got that all out of my system, and then, once I started, it was about a week where I was just back to it full time, back to how I was, just back to how I was before I moved down there. And then all of a sudden, COVID-19 happened, lockdown happened, couldn't train intensely, couldn't push it in the gym. And then all of a sudden now I'm just at a point where I'm just maintaining 85 kilos. And it's, training's been alright, but it hasn't been the best, just trying to stick to the same weight. But as I said before, my plan is, the gym I was at originally was Pure Gym. Pure Gym, it's not the best gym, but it was, if I was training, I'm still a chef. If I was still training late at night or early in the morning when the gym wasn't open, I'd go there. Or be at Atlantis Gym, which are old school like Dorian Yates type of gym. All old equipment, all about bodybuilding and all that. Though I've left Pure Gym, I'm not going back there anymore. I've made the time with my job to be able to fully focus on, bodybuilding. But I've also been looking at, if you guys in the UK ever heard of Ultraflex Gym, just opened in Durham. I'm gonna go check that out. It seems to be more, from what I've heard, more of the up and coming, like bodybuilding mecca of the northeast type of thing. It's all the top guys I seem to be going. It's run by Ant Bales, IFBB Pro himself, and it's got great equipment and everything. That I haven't been there, and one of my friends have been there and they train there, said it's a really outstanding gym. So I'm gonna go with train. I'm gonna have a go there once lockdown's over, which is hopefully in about just over a month's time. I want to see if that's like, but Atlantis Gym's always been my favourite gym that I've been training. I'll show you guys in the future, when I work out there, I'll give a video workout for you guys, see if you like it yourself. But I am going to test out Atlantis Gym, Ultraflex Gym Durham, which is only about 15 minutes down the road from me. But I'm going to see if that's the plan going forward. I'm starting to implement, I'm starting to go back in the more of a sleeping routine. I was going to bed like 2 o'clock in the morning during lockdown. Now, last night, I'm starting to go bed like 12, half 12 now, waking up at 10, and I'm going to start slowly decreasing down to about 9, 8 o'clock in the morning, just so I have more of that time to get the meals in. In the minute I'm eating 4 meals a day, 4 meals a day at the minute. Like moderate intensity workouts when I'm at home. I'll have like in the moment I'm on porridge in the morning, about 100 grams porridge in the morning, bit of sugar with it, and then my second meal would be like pasta, rice, chicken, salmon, steak, beef, any of that before about 2 hours before I work out, and then after I've ran about the same meal as well, and then the last meal it'll pretty much the same type of thing, not very varying, and then that's what I'm eating at the minute. But when it wants to go back to full-time training in the gym, it'll be 5 meals a day on my training days, 4 meals on my non-training days. With all that food as well, I'm gonna get myself, multivitamin, digestive enzyme, the stuff like that to just make sure my body's properly functioning as well. With that, I'm gonna get myself, a blood test done. I've always been like hesitant. I don't want to waste the money, but if it's gonna help my health, it's gonna be 100% worth it. So when I get that done, and I'll take you through that journey as well. Thank you guys for listening, but I know it seems a bit scrambled, but if you can get what you can and where I'm going, what I want to do, the physique I want to build and all the things, my meals and all that. Obviously, you're gonna be seeing all that, guys, in the future from all the videos I'm be creating, but that's just a bit more of a direction. I know it's still early stages in my YouTube channel, but hope you guys stick along. Like I said at the start of the video, like, comment, subscribe, notification bell, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Thank you for watching.